Welcome back, guys. New day, different load, more trucking. Here's what I'm hauling today. Here's what I'm driving. Letting it air up. Another load going east. I'm just gonna do my pre-trip, check over everything, and hitting the road. Alright guys, so the load today, we got about 50,000 pounds on the wagon. Puts me about 85, maybe 83 to 85, somewhere in there. Yeah, I'm all loaded up, getting ready to head out. Got my co-pilot with me here, Denzel. Give Denzel a yeehaw. All right, Denzel, you gonna say hi? So Denzel might hold the camera a few times, right? Remember one of my other videos when I took this truck on a spin, I was talking about the rears and the speed. If you look right now, if I put this thing at about 60, it's about 1200 RPMs. So compared to what it was to, you know, at a 390 ratio compared to 355, about 60 mile an hour, you're about 1250. So you're running down the road much lower RPMs. Means better fuel economy. Made it. Another landscape yard. You guys saw that one pallet got a little heavy and wasn't able to let them back up and get it off, so we just lifted it up and pulled front. Well guys, I made it back. Gonna drop this trailer, and a couple things with the truck. The AC all of a sudden stopped working. I say really the fan just stopped blowing, so I'm not sure what that deal is. We'll get that figured out. This trailer is still shiny. This is the last polished one we got in. Still a great looking trailer. The guy's just getting ready to head out.
So Justin asked us to get 144 in. He's going to be going trucking on Monday, and he had talked about changing these rears out. This is one of the old ones that's coming out. Nothing wrong with it. It's just a very low gear ratio, and I can't remember. Let me see if it says right on the side here. They're 411s, right? Can't really see it, sorry, but they're 411s according to that tag, which is quite low. Like I said, nothing wrong with them, but these here are the 355s that we run and everything else. So we're switching these off. They're a DS404, so nothing terrible heavy, but got the truck up on these awesome cool lifts. And Timothy pulled the rear out, and he came in to show me something that he found. And right in, let me get my light out for you there, check that out. That is the piece. I can hold it. I'll take it out here in the light for you. That's a piece of an axle. Now, we have not run this in service till Monday, but we have not run this in service for our fleet. We have never snapped an axle in this truck. So whoever had this before us has snapped an axle, pulled the shaft out, never pulled the rear to get the pieces out, and I ran all the way out to Kentucky with this truck. We've been running around local with it, and that sitting right there on that magnet was not very far from that gear that goes around there. So thankfully we never had to contact from that piece into the rear end, or we would have been in trouble. So little things you find when you go and look things over. So we sent those tanks from 150 out. They came back black. If you look at it, it's got some of that metallic into it. It's rough right here because that's where the straps was. You can see it there, and you can see a little bit of it like right in here. Other than that, for a used tank, the thing ended up pretty good. This is the brand new one, the split tank. You can see right here is the weld mark for the interior, into the baffle on the inside. But fuel and hydraulic. This is for truck 125, making that so we can run a frameless dump on it. Just another thing we can do. So we've got just 2 trucks left in the shop here. We're cleaning up a little bit for the picnic. Joe's having fun. We ended up finding a bent bracket for the one shock, and then if you look, see the space down in here? That's all rust and corrosion. So Joe's getting things cleaned up, and Neil's scaling the frame down and getting everything set. Thanks, Joe. And over here we've got the old passenger fuel tank off. We've got, this is the black tank that sits over there with the blue one yet. And over on this side we have a black tank. This is the split one. This was a used one that we had the neighbor split, and the way he does it, to keep the strength of the tank, he ended up putting a strap over the outside. He says that's just the way he does it, and that's the way we get it. So he's still a great guy to have down the road. But he put a suction port right on the bottom. The return ports here, it's gonna twist up just a little bit, so things are gonna come right in here. We've got a filter housing that's gonna go right in here, and then this plumbing is gonna get changed around, and that ugly little tank right there is gonna go away. I'm really excited about that.
It's time to go trucking again. Quick walk around, we're gonna check everything. I'll tell you what I'm doing. So believe it or not, bean season is here. As many of you know, we haul string beans. It's a food product, and we are renting trailers. We always rent about 4 or 5 every year. I was hoping to get by with 4, but I'm thinking we're gonna have to rent 5. I I gotta go pick those up. They're about 20-30 minutes away. So I'm just gonna grab one this afternoon, and then I'll maybe grab a few more tomorrow. So this truck's sitting here. We had a guy run it for a couple days, and gonna be working on it, just tweaking a few things, a couple gauges and things like that. But it's sitting here, and most days I get to pick which truck I get to run. So I'm running this one. Yes, sir. No, the interior is still not done. I don't know. It's kind of frustrating. But it's a project truck, so what do you say? That's probably the biggest thing that's deterring me from updating our trucks via fixing them up, because it's not easy to get parts and interior work and things like that when everybody's so busy. It makes it tough. And you know, you do one thing and then you gotta wait for this and you gotta wait for that, and it's one thing after another. You gotta really be on your game. You gotta be like working, you really need to be working on like 4 of them at one time. That way you could stay busy. But it just takes a long time, and like, people are busy, and I get it, I understand, it is what it is, but it takes a long time. And sometimes when you get a truck like this, you get it all put together, you want to go trucking, you want to get it on the road, get it moving. The reason we have so many bean trailers, or the reason we need so many bean trailers, is because we do a lot of drop and hook. Meaning that these guys will drop the trailers at the plant. And I mean, if you've seen some of the other videos, I should say, like of last year of bean harvest, the guys will go out, load the trailer, come back in, drop the trailer on a big concrete pad, and pick up an empty and go right back out for another load. Then we have a truck that sits at the plant that all he does all day, all night, is unload trailers. He backs under them, takes them up around, unloads them onto a big tray. And unfortunately, I can't really show you those processes because it's food industry and they're really, really picky about anything like that. So just have a good imagination. All I'm doing now is getting these trailers back to our shop, and then guys will head out from the shop with an empty and then drop them at the plant loaded. Well, I'm here. Trailer right there. I am way too high, right? Or I'm not high, I'm too low. You see this trailer's got to come down. Something you always want to check. You don't want to just run over, or yeah, if there's a gap, you can actually ruin your fifth wheel. You can ruin the latching mechanism in there. This is where I think they should have something that's automatic. If you guys see this pin right here, this handle, that's what latches. That will slide in. That's how I disconnect it. So when I back into it, that latch is going to slide in. See a latch? See, that handle's in. We are locked in tight. Go around here, double check. This is low light, but if you can see that shiny piece kind of in there, that's the latch. Now I got to crank this up, and I've also noticed I'm gonna have to put on some airline. Somebody's got it all stuffed in here, so I got to show you this. This is what the guys did, and it's kind of a good idea, kind of cool. We talked about this before, but to get the part that hangs on to, that holds your hoses up, look at what's on the end. Check this out. That thing literally clips right down on there. Look at that. Now I gotta call Trevor. nowhere where it says return. I think I know. Actually, I don't have to call Trevor. You see that? The red is to the right. That's kind of what I was thinking. Wait. Somebody left some beef jerky? It's open. Can't be outdated. I'm hungry. See if we got any air leaks. Nope. Sounds good. All the lights are working. Everything's good. Signals are working. I think we're gonna head out of here. But I know you guys like Jake breaks like I like beef jerky. So I gotta have another piece first. I gotta get you guys some Jake break noise. I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna put you up there. I got this fancy new clamp for my GoPro. I'm gonna put you guys up there. See if y'all can't hear some noise. First, let me finish my beef jerky. That's why you wear gloves. Just so if you find beef jerky, you can eat it and not get your hands dirty, even though the bag was opened already. like that? Hopefully it sounded good. I don't know. I didn't hear it. I heard it in real life, but hopefully it sounds good. Hopefully there's not too much wind noise. So someone else is gonna take this rig down and get the other trailer. There's 4 or 5 trailers to bring up. So I'm just doing this one. I might go tomorrow, get another one. I'll see. But I do got more content to shoot tomorrow. Either way, everything that I did when I hooked up the trailer, it's gonna do in reverse. Except I'm gonna leave the airlines out there. Otherwise, I'm just gonna reverse. Maybe there's some of you guys that are new to the channel. This truck I'm running, it's got a 550 cat, 13 speed, 2000 model. It's one that we restored and got it cleaned up to make it a good working truck. All right, guys, we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.